Of course, it's results season. City Lodge just reporting its results. The first half diluted HEPS increasing by 30%. The company's revenue was up 11% to 411 million rand. It's declared an interim dividend of 176 cents per ordinary share. Let's unpack the numbers with Clifford Ross, CEO at City Lodge. Clifford, thank you so much for joining us today. So let's just talk about the top line growth that we saw coming through. I mean, what were the mix of factors that drove that 11% increase in revenue?
Samantha, on the top line, the 11% was made up by a 3% increase in our occupancy figure, from 60 to 63% this year. In the period, we sold 4.7% more rooms than we did last year, and there was an inflationary increase on rates as well.
What is the average room rate right now across the group?
The average room rate across the group is probably in the region of about 600 and probably about 680 rand. If you take all four brands, starting with the Road Lodge at about 500 and the Courtyard up at about 1125.
Okay, so when it comes to 63% occupancy, I mean, give us a comparison there for what occupancy is in good times, in boom times in South Africa, and how you see that level improving from here on out.
Right, boom times, and if we take what it normally is, a normal occupancy over a period of time, even world occupancy, 65% is round about a world average. City Lodge has been up at 83%, which is the peak that we have reached, and that was in around about 2007-8 that we reached that peak.
Mm-hmm. Looking at your profit line, I mean, on a normalized basis, it was up 21%, so far exceeding the increase we saw on the top line level. How have you been able to do that?
A lot of cost containment, which which obviously is important for us, especially on the electricity and rates and taxes line.
How are you doing that? I mean, I'm sure everyone wants the magic pill to reduce that electricity bill. Give us an idea of those initiatives.
We have put in monitoring systems into every one of our hotels, where we monitor our electricity consumption on a daily basis, from the peak demand times to the low demand times, and we have really taken the business in each and every one of the hotels and trimmed it to using our electricity for heating of water, for the laundries, for that type of thing, in low peak times and not in the high demand periods.
Mm-hmm. Now you've got, of course, a presence now in Kenya through a JV there. How's that going?
We believe that it's going very well, as you can see from the figures. An after-tax profit of 7.3 million. Which was part of, was partly responsible for that 30% increase in earnings that we had. And
Gaborone is the next market you're opening up in outside South Africa. When do you plan to open the doors there?
Right, the hotel is ready. I think we're having an inspection today to get our occupancy certificate, and the tourism board sits on Wednesday next week, I think on the 19th. And we're hoping that they're going to issue our license next week so that we can open by the end of February.
So are you concerned that you might not get that license?
No, I don't think we are. As long as the hotel has been approved, that everything is done according to what we originally told them we were going to be doing, and that all the specs have been followed, etc. I don't see that we have any problem in that area that we're not going to get the license.
So it seems like all systems go. So you'll have Botswana, you'll have Kenya, and the next market that you're looking at right now?
Right, we're looking at a number of different markets at the moment. East Africa is the one area that we're looking at. Some more opportunities in Kenya itself, and then in the East African region we're looking at Uganda, Rwanda and Tanzania. They are all on our radar screen. West Africa, Ghana is where we're concentrating our efforts at the moment. And then the SADC countries, there's still, we believe, opportunities in Mozambique, Zambia. Obviously, we've got Botswana now, Gaborone, and in Windhoek.
So of those countries you mentioned, I mean, which one is likely to come through first as the next spot?
Wow. Very difficult to say, because each of them are in, they're in various stages of, of research and, meeting with potential sellers of land and that type of thing. And, it changes really almost from day to day, where, one day you believe that it really is hot and you're just about ready to sign an agreement. And the next day it falls off the table because of some
But you wanting to
issue.
go into these markets,
We
have you got
certainly
money
are.
aside specifically for that?
We don't have any money specifically aside for it, but we believe that we will certainly be able to fund any of these developments without a problem at all.
So what are your capital expenditure plans overall going into the next year?
Overall, going into the next year, we only have one project which we have announced, which is the Road Lodge in Pietermaritzburg, an area where we don't have any presence yet. And we believe that there is a niche in that market for the Road Lodge brand. So that is in the region of about 40 million. We have some other capital expenditure, such as energy saving initiatives. We are replacing, I think, in the region of about 45,000 downlighters for the LED type, as well as putting in 10 water heat pumps into 10 of our hotels. And we believe that there's certainly going to be big saving from that, but it comes at a cost as well. But the costs, we believe, will be sunken costs within a period of 2 years.
Mm-hmm. So overall, I mean, you are looking at these markets outside South Africa. That, of course, has been something that has been flagged for some time. You're seeing an improvement in the occupancy rate, and ever so slight improvement. So that, of course, is a good sign. But what is your strategic focus this year for investors?
Our strategic focus really is our African expansion. We believe that we need to focus on only a couple of things at a time, and the Africa expansion certainly is the one area. And then within the South African market, we believe that we can still, in selected areas, be doing 1 to 2 hotels per annum still here in South Africa as well.